Do you have flower pots or grow bags that you need to get cleaned up for the winter? Are you wondering what to do with all that leftover soil? I'm about to show you what I discovered in the fall of 2019. This began my love affair with compost. But hey, don't worry, this is not going to cost you any extra money. I'm going to show you how to revitalize that old potting soil so that it will save you money in the spring and you don't need any extra supplies. I have a tub, just a plain plastic tub here that we have put some of our compost in to cure. You may have seen a previous video about that. Normally, I would just add into this, but just to show you that you can start from scratch without using finished compost, I'm going to empty this into one of the beds really quick. And it's not fully broken down, but that's okay because it is going to sit over the winter time, and so it will have time to break down. So you can see there's a lot of sticks and things still in here, even a few eggshells, coffee filters even. We are just going to top up this bed, and you can see there were a lot of ground cherries here from the fall, so I'm not even going to clean those out because I love my ground cherries, so I'm just going to let those self-seed, and we'll just have a whole bed of volunteer ground cherries next spring. Oops, future Shayla here. I am in editing mode and just realized a major mistake that I made. See if you can figure it out. We did have some cauliflower here, but it didn't really survive. I'll leave it just in case it decides to bounce back, but I doubt it. Man, there's still some decent ground cherries in here. Hey, look, a potato, a bonus. So this will break down over the winter, and look how good it looks already. I'm gonna put some straw over it in a little while so that it's nice and protected. So now we're just starting with an empty plastic tub. Literally any plastic tub will work, but about I think this is a 20-gallon, so that's a good size to start with. You want it bigger than like a 5-gallon. I have a bunch of 5-gallon buckets, but that's too small. And as you can see, this is not even in good shape. It's breaking down over here because it's been out here in the garden for so many seasons. So here's what we're going to start with. We've got a couple of grow bags that we grew peanuts in. So we're going to go ahead and empty that into this tub. There should be some completed peanuts in here. So let's find out together. Oh yeah, I see peanuts. See the peanuts there? The great thing about peanuts too is that since it's a legume, they actually add nitrogen back into the soil. They're nitrogen fixing, but it's really going to be good soil actually. So if you don't know how peanuts grow, it's actually very fascinating, but they form a little yellow flower. I think I got some photos earlier in the year. I'll try to pop those up on the screen. But the flower actually grows back down, it curves and digs itself into the soil, and that is where the peanut forms. So it's fun. It's kind of like potatoes to be able to dig these out of here. Oh yeah, I see a whole nother plant down in here. I need to go get a clean bucket to put these in actually. So I went and found one of Art's little basket tricks that he had made me. So we'll just put the peanuts in here. Okay, we are just going to empty any old pot or grow bag that has used soil. We're going to dump all of that in here in this tub. And as far as this is concerned, I'm going to pull out every peanut. Yeah, I may need to find a tub that actually doesn't have holes in it. Just just to be a little bit not so redneck. So like I said, this soil is going to be super good. Even if you're not reusing peanut soil or legume soil, it'll break down faster than you realize. Here's grow bag number 2 of peanuts. So, oh yeah, here's some more. Smells really good over here. I don't know if that's from this basil behind me. Can you guys see this? I really let these go too long. I would have had a lot more if I'd have come out here before now. We've had a lot of rain. Definitely let these wait too long. But that's okay. I actually forgot that I was even growing them. I have a ton of peanut seeds in my seed collection. After I started all my seeds in the spring, I was like, I had a couple of grow bags left over, and I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and do some more peanuts. Another pot. I don't even remember what was in this one. That's okay, because there's a lot of microbial life in that. Can you see all that? Okay, here is a potato grow bag that we emptied out the other day. I'm going to top that up on here. Oh, look, some more. Yeah. These should probably be planted. Yeah, those would be good seed potatoes, actually. Since we just topped this bed up, I'm going to go ahead and put these potatoes in here. Yep, this is the point where I messed up. So if you guys are screaming at me because you realize what I did catch that once I went back to edit and remembered that I left all those ground cherries in there so that they would self-seed. Obviously, I'm going to go dig up those potatoes tonight and get them moved to another bed. If you are new to this, potatoes and tomatoes are in the same family and cannot be planted together. But also, tomatoes should never follow potatoes anyway because of potential diseases. Okay, so here is our old soil mix. I've got a little bit of rainwater here that I'm just going to dump in because you want to get a little bit of moisture in there. Of course, ours has holes in it, so it's going to leak out everywhere. I may do this again with a less holy tub to show you. But anyway, I'm going to close this up, and a week from now, I will show you guys an update. Just keep in mind that we like buried a bunch of twigs and everything in there, and that's the key. You want to keep all of your things that need to break down, keep them under the soil, and keep adding soil to the top, and then mixing it, and you'll be shocked at how quickly it all breaks down. So I thought I would show you a quick before and after. As you can see, this was what the garden looked like before I did a little bit of cleanup. That main bed there had all the dead tomatoes in it, and here is the after. There's still a whole lot left to clean up, but you can see quite a difference so far. Anyway, still got a lot more cleanup to do, but making progress anyway. Okay, we are back inside now. As I mentioned earlier, here in about a week, I will show you the progress of that tub. I may try to find a different tub and dump all of that in so that there isn't holes in it. Rocky is being very loud with his water right now. Speaking of that, I don't think we've ever shown this little cutout. That's where we built in Rocky's water bowl. We really do like that there. I'll probably do a video over that dog dish cutout in the future. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. I will be back in about a week to kind of show you the progress, and I'll keep giving you guys weekly updates on that tub of compost. And I encourage you to join me in this, and then you can let me know in the comments each week how your compost is doing. Especially if you're brand new, this is a great way to reuse that old potting soil. Don't throw it in the trash. I mean, you're adding nutrients back in when you add all of the debris and everything. One thing I do need to mention though is make sure that you're not adding in any diseased plants. So like those peanuts, those were not diseased. They were just dead, but they were not diseased though. So if you do have diseased plants, don't add those in. Obviously, because you could spread disease to your garden next year and you don't want to do that. So anyway, I will keep posting updates each week. And if you're going to join me in this little compost challenge, that's it. I'm challenging you to start some compost. If you've never done compost before, I challenge you to do that this year. I encourage you to just grab a 20-gallon plastic tub. I'm sure you've got one around your house somewhere. Just go around and all of your pots that have spent plants in them, just dump that soil in there. And then if you've got anything that you can add to it, eggshells or coffee grounds, banana peels, things like that, go ahead and add that in, but mix it underneath the soil and you'll see it starts breaking down super fast. So next week, I'll make sure to include that and show you guys how quickly that stuff breaks down. I can't wait to see how it works for all of you. Please let me know if you have any questions. And if you're interested in actual bins, if this gets you addicted to composting like it did me, I do have a video where I talk about 2 of my compost bins. I really need to do a full-length video. Let me know if you're interested in that. I will post the original compost video up here for you. I do have a favorite bin though, and I've been meaning to do a video on that. So if you're interested in that, please let me know and I'll hurry and make that a little more quickly. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it beneficial, and I hope it encourages you to go the second mile with your resources.